Hello, are you interested in trying VRChat Roleplay? Well, here are the timestamps in case you came for one specific piece of information, but I suggest you keep watching the whole video because who knows, you might learn some information you didn't know you needed. But with that out of the way, let's get started, shall we? I'm Astema and I've been roleplaying in VRChat for almost 2 years. And I'm going to tell you how you can try and join VRChat Roleplay for yourself. And the reason I'm doing this is because of this comment that was left on my VRChat RP funny highlight video, and it made me wonder if there was some easy way for anybody to find on how to join the community. And in a very short amount of research that I did, I only found one video from like 2 years ago that's a little outdated, so ta-da, here we are. Quickly, before I get into what you need to do to join VRChat Roleplays, I should at least try to briefly explain what VRChat Roleplay actually is. And I say briefly because I could probably talk about this topic for at least an hour, and I don't think either of us want me to do that. So instead, all I'll say is that it's roleplaying in VRChat. Okay, fine. I'll say a little bit more than that. Take improv and acting, as you see in like TVs and movies, and I'm going to assume you know what improv is, and if you don't, you should probably Google it. VRChat Roleplay is sort of in the middle of the two. You see, with improv, you're given a random character with a random scenario or some random situation that you just sort of need to make up everything on the fly. But with acting, an actor is given a character and told everything to the character's motivations, likes, etc. It could be what their favorite food is or if they like feet. I don't know. They're then given the exact lines and sometimes even movements that they need to do in any specific given scene. But with VRChat Roleplay, you make your own character from whatever world you're going to roleplay in, and you decide what their likes are, what their story is, and their personality. You then go into the roleplay and make up everything as you go. There are no set lines or things that you have to do, just go and interact with other people, characters, and make interesting stories together. That's all we want to do. We just want to tell fun and interesting stories that are ours. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say because the purpose of this video is to show you how to join roleplays and what you need to have in order to join them. So if you want a little bit more in-depth explanation, a member of the community wrote a huge document that goes way more into detail on explaining the roleplay. So feel free to go read some random peeps doc. The link will be in the description. But for us, let's talk about what you need to start VRChat Roleplay. Now, you might think, I need VR for VRChat Roleplays, right? No, you don't need a $1,300 box on your head to do it. All you need is a Discord, which is a free app that you can download on your PC or phone, and VRChat, which is a free game on Steam. That's it. You don't need to know a guy to get in the roleplays, you don't need VR. All you need are things that you can get for free. Now, does having VR help? Yeah. Be more immersed in the roleplay and being in the moment rather than watching it through a screen will heighten the experience, but I have seen many people throughout the 2 years that I have done this who are desktop users. Hell, some of them, after years of roleplaying, have only just gotten VR. This isn't a hobby you have to spend a bunch of money to get into. All you need is a bit of curiosity. Now, for a bit more explanation, a lot of roleplays only require you to join their Discord and read their rules, and then you can join their VRChat group and you can join any worlds that they open. As what groups and roleplays you should start with, let me help you get acquainted to some. So, you want to join an RP, but you don't know anyone in the community, and you have no idea what Discords to join, let alone where to get the links to join them. Well, we'll start off with the one that everyone should join. The VRChat Roleplay Scheduling Discord. This is a Discord that doesn't run a roleplay, but is instead a Discord where people advertise their roleplays in. The roleplays I will mention after this might in the future no longer exist, but this one should stand the test of time and be a place where people can go to learn where they can go to roleplay in. It's also the location of Metagram, which brings me to the Metaverse. The Metaverse is the umbrella of roleplays. You see, some roleplays are isolated. They're their own thing in that no other roleplays are connected to them. and don't affect them in any way, shape, or form. But some are connected, and the Metaverse is the biggest interconnected web of them all. Basically, what happens if dimensional travel and space travel was possible? The answer is an infinite amount of worlds and locations that any number of people can make. You, watching right now, could make up a world for a character that you want to play as, and decide, yep, it's now part of the Metaverse. And you can take that character to any and all Metaverse open roleplays. So what roleplays should you start with? Well, some open Metaverse roleplays that are running at the time of me releasing this video are these right here. And I'm going to talk about a couple of them more in depth due to them being ones that I frequent. I will have links to some of the discords in the open roleplays that I will talk about in the description. Again, before I start, I want to highlight that the scheduling Discord is the place where there are dozens of more roleplays that I won't talk about today. These are only a small few of the ones that exist. So first off, let's start with the Shutdown. I'm a little bit biased on this, as this was the first roleplay that I was properly a part of. Now, I'm not going to get into the lore of each place, but you can just know that the Shutdown is like a humanitarian organization that provides relief and aid to those that need it all throughout the Metaverse. But on occasion, it opens its doors for the public for people to come in and socialize, potentially looking to be hired as part of our engineering staff, our general staff, or even medical, which I happen to be the head of. You can also just apply to be a freelancer so that you can go on jobs that we hire people to do. Feel free to come join the Discord, read the rules, join the VRChat group, and come join us for some roleplay on Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. EST. This is sometimes open on Thursday nights or Friday nights. We also run missions, like I said, every once in a while, so if you want to try VRChat Combat Roleplay, look out for any mission announcements in the Discord, and you can feel free to come and help as an NPC anytime you want. Now, let's move on to the next one, which is the Meatrack. The Meatrack is currently one of, if not the most popular open Metaverse roleplay lobby that I know of. The Meatrack is a street within the waterfront district of Zephyra City. Zephyra City is a futuristic world that is run by a council who are all players. There are a few different roleplays that are a part of Zephyra City. Think of it as like an umbrella within the umbrella of the Metaverse. And anyone is welcome to join it as long as they abide by the rules. And it runs every Saturday at 2 p.m. EST and Sunday at 4 p.m. EST. Meatrack also runs missions on occasion, so it's another way that you can keep an eye out for joining missions and learning your way around VRChat combat. The Atlantis. It's a nightclub in Zephyra City. I don't know what else to tell you. That's it. It's just a nightclub. You can just come here Saturday and Sunday nights. Orlandosaka. It is a city in the same world as Zephyra. There are plenty of places here, even Pokemon centers, because yes, Pokemon exist in the Metaverse, and they exist in Orlandosaka. It runs on Wednesdays and Friday nights. Hi, Futuristema here. I forgot that in order to be let into the VRChat group for Orlandosaka, you need someone who's in the group to vouch for you in order to make sure they don't let in trolls and their ilk. So until you make like one friend in the VRChat RP community, you can't come here. Whoops. Hi, I'm still in Orlandosaka. I'm just going to tell you about the Wiccarium though. It's a shop, library, and trading post on top of floating islands that are above Orlandosaka. So yeah, right there, what you see, that's the Wiccarium. If you were curious of what those big buildings are, what the islands look like, well then you're going to have to go see for yourself on Tuesday nights. The Vix Inn. A little spooky. It's an inn and brothel run by vampires. It welcomes all kinds of monstrosities. But it doesn't welcome humans or cyborgs, so make sure you read the rules and head on in if you and your character are allowed to. They run on Mondays and Wednesdays. Redstone City. It's not this place. This is Blackstone City, a roleplay that doesn't exist anymore because it turned into Redstone City, and I don't know how to get there. But it is a city within the Metaverse, and they do trade and stuff. You should go there and check it out and hang out with them because they're really cool. They open Fridays and Saturdays. The Lying Fork It's a bar and an inn off in a random countryside. A quaint little place to socialize, and they run a lobby every Tuesday night. It's not this inn, though. In order to do this little segment, I had to knock the unconscious, the owners of this inn. They're in the back, which brings me that I should probably leave before the authorities show up. Fight Finder. It's a social networking forum connected to combat enthusiasts and competitive individuals to one centralized service that caters to life forms from all corners of the metaverse. You basically go there and you can compete with people in character and like whatever you want. You can fight to the death or play chess or basketball. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure to read the rules and how to join, and they run on Mondays and Saturdays. Oh, I'm waiting for a train to get to the Togare Termini. It's a cross-realm train station. The station has various stops and shops for anyone to visit. They run on Thursday nights. Let's wait for the train. Arkala City. Yes, another just random city within the metaverse. It's got shops and the like, and they run on Tuesdays and Fridays. Look at the city. It's pretty cool. I think there's a Digimon thing over there. These guys got Digimon. Woo. Red Wilds. It's a guild that allows members and non-guild members to go to their lobbies to socialize and go on monster hunts and things and the like. They host lobbies on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I was on my way there, but I sort of got lost and ended up in like some different kind of wilds. I don't really know how I got here. Please send help. Now, I'm going to mention a closed RP within Zephyr City, which is called Gang RP. It is run by a content creator by the name of Kazuki K. And although it's closed, anyone can NPC for the various missions and events that they run all the time. It's where I first tried and learned RP combat, and although I haven't gone to it recently, if it hasn't changed, I highly recommend it, as the people running it know what they're doing, and you'll definitely learn a thing or two. Now, there are many other Metaverse roleplays out there, but those are the current running ones I've gone to at least once or twice. I also know of some semi-closed RPs that aren't currently open to the public to flood in, so instead I'll finish with an open RP not connected to the Metaverse, and is its own thing. We're going to talk about Aether. Aether RP. Aether is, actually, give me a moment. I'm going to change into something a little bit more thematic. About Aether. Okay. So, Aether. It's an RP that has its own lore, its own world, its own setting, set in a fantasy magical world. There's a bunch of really cool little lore things. There's flintlock pistols and like terms of technology era. And to be a part of it, you do unfortunately require VR. But it is a popular RP that I've been enjoying very much, playing this little lad with some of my friends. It runs on Monday nights and Thursdays. So feel free to come on by, say hi, talk with me if you're uncomfortable talking with random people, because I'm just a little lad with a big and that's really all I got for this video. Like I said, there wasn't really any easily accessible video explaining where to start with VRChat Roleplay. Or maybe there was and my 10 minutes I took to check didn't find it. But yeah, I decided to make this video on a whim, and I hope this will help at least a couple people find their new hobby, because roleplaying is a lot of fun, so I hope you give it a shot. Who knows? You might like it.